Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Toonkind at 12 FPS. Uh, it's gonna be a soft one today since there's been a lot of stuff happening recently. um, I'm I'm Fletch, and today I'm going to be playing my horrible gremlin detective, Camille. And joining me is my wonderful friend.
Hi, I'm Avi, and I'm also playing a horrible detective man named Shiro Azumi.
They are both terrible, disgusting detectives.
Dinky!
Stinky. This is what happens when you let a detective be a rogue.
It's true.
All right. So, why don't we start with what you're doing, Azumi?
Azumi's had a pretty interesting past couple of days. Yeah, something happened recently, and it's been making him think a lot. Um, and he's come back to Town from Toontown after said thing happened, and he's on his way to Camille's apartment.
Because he totally does not care and totally is not seeking out affection right now.
No, absolutely not.
uh,
this
Meanwhile,
is this is a this is a courtesy check-in. He's just coming in here to see how Camille's doing.
it's just a normal amount of concern. This is a completely normal thing to do. No attachment here.
Nope, not at all.
I shake this man.
He's just a sneaky detective.
uh, but yeah, so Camille's probably home today. He did get grounded pretty recently, and a lot of stuff's been happening on his end too, though not as much as Azumi. He's sometimes you still want some alone time.
Yeah.
And it's not like Moria's letting him look at cases right now anyways, so
uh This poor boy, not allowed to look at cases? SMH.
how dare you not let the 6-year-old look at your files on murders and kidnappings? How horrible. Yeah.
Oh goodness. But yeah, I think while Camille is just like chilling at home, uh Azumi's going to knock on the door.
Alright. uh, yeah, Camille's definitely gonna go take a look. Izumi, you kind of hear the uh you've probably visited Camille's apartment a few times, so you hear the scraping of the stool that usually happens, because Camille's way too short to look through any of the eye holes, so he's gotta like climb up like a horrible little gremlin. Um, but yeah, once he confirms it's you, you can kind of hear it getting shoved aside and the door opening, and you and there's Camille, who's kind of looking at you with a curious expression.
He kinda Azumi kinda just uh rubs a hand at his neck and he says, afternoon.
Hey, it's Zumi. And he's he's gonna let you in because you probably look like you're going through a time.
Oh, absolutely. You've never seen this look on his face. The closest he got was like that one time you confronted him about getting shot. um, it's definitely like he's got something on his mind.
Yeah.
Uh,
So you're just gonna be let in, and Camille's gonna gently shut the door behind you. Before he kind of like furrows his brows, like, is something wrong?
mm, not particularly. And he kind of pauses and looks in your direction before he kind of like sighs and he goes, I met with Trickster recently.
And Camille's gonna nod at that, and I'm gonna roll to see how stupid he's gonna. That's a 2. uh,
Ah!
so before he even realizes that he's saying it, he kind of just blinks, like, "Oh, that's the Satomi guy, right?"
And his gaze snaps back at you like, hang on, I have to. What would this be?
I
No, I think it's just gonna be straight intelligence. You know what? Yeah.
um uh
Like he looks at you and he's just like, how did Sammy said something, didn't he?
Camille kind of uh does a little awkward grimace, like, "Yeah, I didn't. Okay, I wasn't trying to find it out, but well." He shrugs.
And you see like Azumi sigh and kind of like rub a hand against his face. He just goes, well, ugh. So long as you don't go telling anybody, I suppose.
And uh, Keel just gives you a big old childish grin, that you know is absolutely completely garbage fake bastardry, at this point, as he's like, "Oh, don't worry, I can keep a secret."
And Azumi just kind of looks at you like there's like this deadpan expression. Like, yeah, he knows this, but also, come on, dude. And he just goes, right. And like I think he's just gonna sit down at the couch.
Honestly fair. Uh, and uh, Camille's probably gonna like, do you want anything? And kind of
Mm.
make a gesture towards the kitchen.
Okay, here's a question. Because I feel like if Azumi has been like coming by Camille's place uh frequently, I'm not sure if like he would like let Camille like handle things in the kitchen on his own because normal sized kitchen and Camille is like
Small.
just yeah, Camille's like just below 3 feet.
Yeah.
It would Camille be all right with him just like getting himself like water or something?
Honestly, at this point, probably because it's a lot more embarrassing having to drag the stool around.
Yeah. In that case, Azumi sighs, gets back up, and gets himself a glass of water. And he probably, like, gets another glass for Camille. Just out of, like, instinct.
Just completely normal coworker instinct.
Yeah.
Just being polite.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, so Camille does accept the water and go to kind of sit down on the couch. You've probably noticed that he's got some bandages on him right now.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. It would probably not be the first time, but you know.
Yeah. Azumi kind of just glances over and he goes, and he kind of like gestures with the finger towards his own face, and he goes, "What happened here?"
And Camille kind of brings a hand up to pat his bandage, like, "Oh, uh, I, uh, uh,
A
oh,
brow raises.
oh boy, I
Oh.
tripped."
Oh goodness. Hang on.
It's not a lie, but it's not the entire truth. Going off of
Yeah,
your disgusting passive.
yeah. No, if we're going with passive, he just kind of like raises a brow, like you tripped.
Yeah, it might have been caused by someone.
Takes a sip of his water, and he just, who tripped you?
Camille hesitates. But he gets the feeling he's not getting out of this, so he kind of just uh does a little sigh, like, it's this guy, Jubilee.
Uh, Zumi does not know who that is, but he just kind of like kind of squints in your direction before he just kind of like nods and relents, and he kind of like files that information away for later. And he's just like, and he's like, any particular reason why?
uh, Camille, uh, I look over at the events of that FPS. Uh, well, I might have been bothering him a little bit. I mean, he did kind of rat me out to Roria earlier, so.
Hmm, I see. Casually sips his water like he's not thinking of doing something.
I hand Azumi this information and smile. uh, Camille is not going to warn Jubilee about the incoming storm. uh,
Wonderful.
and he kind of plays off like, well, enough about that. Is there anything you wanted to talk about, or?
he kind of grimaces and
Oh boy.
sets the glass of water on the table, and he just kind of leans back and he goes, there were a few things that I wanted to ask you about.
Oh. And he's perfectly neutral during this. Just sipping his own water. Kind of doing the little leg kick that children do.
Give me a sec.
You're so valid.
I was like trying not to laugh. Oh my god. And he just kind of like looks over in Camille's direction and he goes, I met with the professor earlier.
Camille nods.
And he told me that you told him that I was your older brother.
And Camille kind of sputters a little bit. He's a toon, so he was half toon, so he was absolutely taking a sip of water during that and kind of just does a little spit take, and sputters before recovering, like, oh, did it kind of slipped out. I mean, really, it was his fault for believing it. I didn't even use your first name.
There's like a soft snort. He goes like, okay, yeah, that is a little funny. And he goes, well, whatever the case, he now genuinely believes that we're brothers.
Camille kind of just sighed.
I've just found out that there is basis for this. I just found out that Inkwell has found family paperwork.
Camille's just gonna stop and look at you.
He just kind of like makes a face like, yeah, apparently that's a thing. It's like, hello.
His face is kind of like please tell me you're not seriously considering.
I am not. Oh no. He goes, no.
Okay. Okay, good.
But the existence of these paperwork implies that it is very likely that people are going to genuinely believe that we are brothers now.
He'll just he's kind of just trying to casually stare at his water now. Cause boy.
Yeah.
Before eventually deciding that to go with, he's just gonna go with comedy, like, well, at least it'll be easier to keep young crime scenes now.
He kind of just sighs and brings a hand to his forehead and like he is laughing at this, but it's like, oh come on, Camille, please.
He's trying. Neither of them know how to deal with emotional closeness, and they're both stupid as hell.
You're so dumb. Your Honor, they're just so stupid.
They are. Uh, it's just like, I mean, it is kind of funny though.
And he kind of looks up after that. He just goes, "How so?"
I mean, I did not think it would go this far. I mean, who calls their big brother by their last name? That's weird.
I suppose you have a point. Though apparently there have been some people who believe that Azumi was my first name, and well, I suppose that really says quite a bit about the cultural differences.
Camille kind of snorts at that, and I have to hold back. uh, I look away from a certain DM message I sent. uh, looking away from that, Camille, Camille kind of tilts his head curiously, like, uh, yeah. Now that I think about it, it is kind of funny.
He looks in your direction like, "What is?"
And he's kind of got the look on his face that he does want to ask for more information on the cultural differences. And he's just like, well, I don't. I I mean, here in Angst, pretty much everyone uses their first name, so I mean, there's some tunes who don't even have a last name.
Ah, hmm. And you see Azumi kind of like, okay, he gets what you're trying to ask him about. Uh, and he kind of like leans back, picks up his cup again, and he like thinks as he before he responds, and he goes, well, it's more or less a matter of uh addressing other people with respect, and in Yedo, you no. Hmm. I'll be trying to figure out how to word this.
You were so very valid.
In Yedo, typically you don't refer to someone you just met by first name. Uh, that's usually reserved for close friends.
Camille nods at that. Like,
There's Were you saying something?
oh no, I was gonna say something, but then you were saying something, so
Oh no, okay. Uh alright, here he goes. And well, there is the use of honorifics, and which are similar to prefixes here in many other cultures, such as Mr. and Mrs. Um, but yes, typically in Yedo, referring to someone by first name means that you are close enough as friends.
Camille kind of nods and files that information away. Like,
Okay.
Azumi, buddy.
I shake this man. Um, if I'm going to be real, if Camille asks, I do not have the brain power to do this in character, but Azumi will ramble about like different like honorifics.
Yeah, we can just say in the meta that they do. um, at, at some point, Camille does kind of, uh, he does kind of mutter something along the lines of, it, I guess it really must, it really would be more convincing if you started, using Shiro, but, well,
Wait, he says that out loud.
accidentally, he's kind of thinking about things and didn't realize it.
Alright, here we go. As, Ah!
Oh no!
So the fun thing about Clash Stars for people listening who don't know, they as a racial feature, they have advantage on whiz saves. Jimmy's higher roll was a modified 7.
Oh my god. Oh, this shakes this man.
So you probably say that out loud. And like just for comedic effect, I'm gonna say he was like taking a sip from
He is not immune to gags.
yeah, he was taking a sip from his water, and he you say that, and then he just goes he kind of chokes a little, and you see him like take a moment to like actually swallow and like clear his throat, and he oh boy.
Kale kind of jumps at that because, oh shit, wait, that was out loud. Uh, before he's like, oh, sorry. I mean, we don't have to. Uh,
I mean, well, uh,
God.
it's it's I mean, for the sake of it, for a cover, I wouldn't mind.
God.
My head in my hands. This man rolled a
Oh,
22 on deception.
do I dare roll? Should I?
If you want.
Uh, you. Uh, yeah, the minimum he can get is an 18, and he rolled a 6, so I guess we'll just go with the 18.
Oh yeah. He was just a little surprised. That's all.
Yeah, it's fine. God.
I shake these two.
So Camille kind of nods at that and and smiles because, yeah, sure, he will. It helps the cover be more convincing after all.
Yeah. Nothing else here.
So he just smiles like, all right, got it then. And
Zumi just nods.
I shake these two. Why? What? Can't you be normal?
They cannot. With mods like these.
God, I just sticks the both of them in a completely normal situation. That would be like a chill for anyone else and watches them self-combust.
Oh my god.
Uh, well, that's gonna come back later, I'm sure.
That sure is. That absolutely
Yeah.
is.
Speaking of things that Azumi's learned, uh, is he gonna mention, what
Oh,
else?
absolutely. There's probably like a lull in the conversation after that. And and there's like a pause, and again Azumi looks over in Camille's direction, and he goes, Sammy told me that you got kidnapped.
Camille, he flinches a little bit, and, and he kind of just, very casually, nods. He's fine. He's fine, don't worry about it. It's just like, uh, well, it's not like they were dangerous.
Just a heavy sigh from Azumi. And he just goes, they still kidnapped a child.
Well, I'm pretty sure we got them all arrested.
He goes, pretty sure?
I'm not exactly allowed to look at cases right now. And he is pouting.
Another soft snort. And he just kind of like relents a little bit, and he goes, you got in trouble with Moria, didn't you? Whoa, what kind of accent was that?
Damn, Azumi got possessed for a moment.
What the fuck?
Uh,
You got in trouble with Moria, didn't you?
and he kind of just sighs, like, yeah. Remember when I said Jubilee kind of ratted me out?
Ah. I see.
He's not gonna say what Juby ratted him out for, but you know.
Yeah. Let his little brother sneak onto the crime scene.
Listen, it's not his fault if he tries to take a train and it just so happens to break down in a haunted town that he has to get involved with. That's not, it's just the plot. It's fine.
Oh my god, that poor kid.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I gently pat Camille. It's fine.
Yeah, don't. It's fine.
And, like, I think at this point, Azumi has, like, relented a bit, and he just goes, "So long as you don't try to get involved with anything like that without somebody with you, please."
Maria did give me the lecture on how not to get kidnapped.
No insight needed, he is trying very hard not to laugh.
Camille notices and he's just like, hey!
Well, she must have deemed it necessary for a reason.
It's not like I make a habit out of it. I wasn't even kidnapped the second time.
Oh my goodness. There's like this like kind of like smile again. He's trying hard not to laugh at you, but oh my goodness. The pouting is not helping.
Unfortunately, the laughing is not helping the pouting. He
It's just a feedback loop.
Yeah, like he's scowling at you, but he is 6, so it's not exactly effective.
You just gotta like lift the hand like okay. I'll stop. Ah, there are sirens outside.
They're coming for you.
Oh god, what did I do?
Made Azumi.
As I chortle, laugh, and okay.
They'll be coming for me next. Yeah, Camille kind of just sighs, but yeah, don't worry, I know.
Good. So long as you know.
We both think about future plans.
We sure do.
I
Like
mean,
Azumi just
hey, it's
hey.
fine. Nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, Camille just sighs like, yeah, I know, next time I tell someone and all that.
Alright. Good. And he kind of just leans back in the couch a bit. And
Camille's, he's kind of looking at you before he's like, wanna do something? Ignore the puppy.
no, I love the puppy. Okay. Oh no, I'll ignore the puppy. um, and he kind of like looks back in your direction and he goes, I don't mind. Did you have something specific you wanted to do?
And Camille kind of just shrugs like, well, not really. I mean, why don't you pick? You sound like you had the harder time.
You actually see him like sigh at that. Like, yeah, he absolutely like had a rough go at it. But he kind of just uh like finished his glass, so he just kind of sets it on the table and kind of like thinks for a moment. Um, mm, is there a is there a television
Uh,
in the room?
yeah, there probably is. It's probably one of the cheaper sets, but it is still there.
It's not one that has a remote, is it? Or is it just
Um, you know what? For convenience sake, we'll say that it has a remote. Why not?
Yeah, I guess Azumi's just like, well, if you're grounded, so he just kind of like
Camille kind of glares at you.
well, look, he's not about to like cross Moria's word. He's not gonna, and he knows your deal. If they go outside, there's a chance that a murder case is going to happen.
Oh, you know it.
And so he just kind of like reaches for the remote and turns on the TV.
Camille doesn't really comment on it other than that I'm not grounded.
And Azumi kind of looks in your direction and he goes, Moria's keeping you away from cases. I'm pretty sure that counts as grounded. Just by a different name.
It's it's more like suspension. Not like I need her to get involved in cases.
Oh, you really don't need Moria to get involved in cases.
Uh,
He kind of just like, just kind of like it's a teasing smirk on his face before he kind of like looks back to the television screen.
Camille just does a little huff, but he does settle into the couch.
Yeah, I think like Azumi's like just flipping through the channels, trying to find something that like, well, a child Camille's age would like. Um
Um, Camille is not commenting on that. He's he
he's
knows
just
better.
an
It's just a little boy.
he's just a little boy. Uh but here's the thing, Azumi is also totally normal, TM. He has no clue what a kid would like. Um so like there's like a little bit of like flipping through channels before he kind of like he kind of just like hesitates on a channel and he's and like needed he just kind of you see that like there is recognition when he sees what is playing.
Camille does look up from that. Uh, look up from his little. Totally not a sulk. What are you talking about? He's. He is a mature, grown 6-year-old.
Mature 6-year-old. Oh, that's sure is something. um
um. Yeah, he looks up at you. Is like, do you know this?
uh 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 for description's sake, I forgot. I think the term for this is a Sentai show.
Yeah,
I
like sir. Like you know the ranger ones, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, with the funky effects and the funny costumes and monsters and whatnot, and he just goes, Azumi just kind of like goes and he says, "Yes, this show is actually quite popular back in Yedo. I'm a little bit surprised to see it here."
And let's see. I'm gonna roll history for Camille because his classmates probably have talked about it at some point. Okay. He has rights.
He has
Uh,
rights.
he has rights. uh, that's a dirty 23, and he kind of looks at it for a moment before he's like, "Oh yeah, a lot of my classmates talk about it. I guess it's gotten pretty popular over here with the kids too."
And he kind of like shifts a little, and kind of just like hums thoughtfully, and he's about to like switch to channel again, but then he kind of like looks back in Camille's direction, like, "Oh wait, this might be something that a kid would like," and he goes, "Well, do you want to watch it?"
And let's see. How good? Yeah. He was very good at being enthusiastic about this. So he smiles up at you and like nods with a big old grin, like, I should probably, I should probably see what all the why all my classmates like it so much.
And Azumi nods, puts the remote down, and again leans back into the couch and just kind of lets you watch it.
Did we actually say what it is?
We did not say the name of the show. I am putting my face in my hands.
He said it was the Ranger Sentai show, but we should probably say the name.
Yeah, god. It took me forever to come up with the next name for this. Cause it's
The
uh
simplest names are the hardest to XP.
yeah. Cause it's funny because the show in Persona 5 is a bootleg Power Ranger, so I'm just making a bootleg of a bootleg. Um the name of the show is Neo Angel Feather Rangers. Saying it out loud is just as ridiculous as typing it.
Absolutely, but sometimes you gotta watch Neo Angel Feather Rangers. Um, yeah, don't Camille rolled good on his deception, so that name does not do anything to him at all. He certainly does not have to bite back a snort at seeing it. Uh,
as I chortle so hard. Hi, Maki. You're awake now. Okay. Um, sorry, the cat just like sat up and stared directly at me.
you're so valid. I had to grab my dog earlier, so
Fair. Um, do I want to make you roll? This is D&D. We barely got like
we've rolled a little bit.
we rolled a little bit.
All right.
Um, I I'm not sure how like into it Camille would be because I look at that deception.
Well, he's not into it at first, at least.
Yeah, but like, if at first he's not into it, if he asks, like, if he bugs Azumi a bit, uh, he will like say some things like, "Oh yeah, he watched this when he was a kid too." So like,
Yeah, I think Camille probably does poke Azumi about it a few times. Though over time, it does stop being like questions about Azumi and starts becoming more like questions about the show because they probably didn't start on the first episode.
oh, absolutely not.
So it's probably like in the middle of the arc, and so despite himself, he does get invested and and does start asking about like hey, why is one of the rangers evil now, sort of thing.
Just it's like, you ask him like stuff about the show, and like, he's trying to put it in simple terms, um, trying to put it in simple terms without like spoiling too much, and he just like, he's
Sorry,
it's
wait, please look over at the nuts.
Thank you, Pedals. I'm saving this. Uh,
Oh.
because okay, where was I? Okay, because you're asking about the show a bit, but you're also watching the show. This is probably as close to an info dump you're gonna get from Azumi.
Let the man info dump.
You're watching the show too. Hang on.
uh, yeah, Camille probably does start keeping his questions for like commercial breaks and all that. Becomes the
It
race
just
against the clock to see how much info Azumi can dump before it comes back on.
I'm gonna roll like a flat d20 to see how much info he can get through. Okay, apparently a decent amount. That was a 16.
Yeah.
So you're like, you have not seen this show, but Azumi does his hardest to get you like as caught up as possible without like spoiling too much. Yet he does it in a way that you can understand. Yeah.
I'm just. I hold these two. You're so stupid. Can you not see that you're just. Oh.
Finally, a normal hobby.
I know. They're just having a normal time. For once.
For once. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so. Like, at the. Like, at the end of the rant, or I guess. A few episodes in, like, Camille does actually get genuinely invested. But, I mean, just. Man.
Yeah, I think at like some point, there is a part where oh, sorry, roommates. There is a part where like he like kind of like rubs a hand against his face. Not like he's like disappointed or anything. It's just like, why don't you roll insight?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I only rolled an 8, but I have a plus 10 modifier.
He's impressed. Like, okay, yeah, no, he wasn't trying to hide this, but like, he definitely seems tired. Whatever he's gone through, it has put like his energy on like low.
Yeah, which is, understandable considering.
Yeah.
But I think, honestly, Camille probably has started to get a little bit sleepy too because this kid is like eternally sleep deprived.
Oh, this boy. This
He's
boyo.
he is stupid as hell. Um, and so, he kind of notices that, and let's let's roll something for funsies to see how casually he can do this. Okay.
Oh? Oh.
So yeah, I'd say that he can absolutely pull this off naturally with a 25.
Oh, goodness. Oh, hang on. The cat's trying to get out. Let me
Uh,
open the gate for her.
free her. Yeah, thank you, Petals. That really is. You've summed them up perfectly.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
Alright,
Yeah,
okay, so what's Camille doing?
yeah. Camille is also pretty sleepy. He kind of sort of wants revenge for Zuby kind of just plopping him in bed last time. Uh, so he gets a funny little idea in his head and kind of starts he starts giving in to the sleepiness while also kind of just over like episodes and like disguising it as like shifting over to talk to Zuby more. uh he slowly gets closer. uh
Oh.
until finally he kind of just lets the sleepiness take over, and like the trope where a character like falls asleep and kind of just starts uh like leans over and flops against another character. that
Oh.
that's what Camille does.
Okay, is he against Azumi's arm, or is he like in his lap?
Probably currently against Izumi's arm. He's still sitting up.
Okay, is he asleep?
Uh, Not yet, but he looks like extremely sleepy, like not entirely there, awake.
Oh goodness. I think Azumi just kind of, when you like lean against his arm, he just kind of like his attention snaps to Camille, and he's just like, oh, and he just uh lets out a breath, and he goes, "You alright there?"
And Izumi kind of just gets a little, uh,
Azumi.
yeah.
Sorry.
You want me to say shit? Cause I will.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. There's like a hair in my mouth. Ugh.
Oh no, I hate when that happens.
Continue.
But yeah, you hear a little, you kind of just hear a little, just kind of a sleepy grunt.
Oh, this is fine. Azumi's just sitting here. he doesn't know how to handle this. Ow, fuck.
Oh no, you good?
Yeah, I'm fine. He kind of just like sits there. Uh, doesn't move. Camille, he's just like, okay, this is happening, I guess. If Camille's like falling asleep, he's not gonna like push him off.
You're trapped now.
Oh god, he is.
It is illegal to move because you know how sleep deprived this child is. You know how much he needs sleep.
Apparently I do too. Okay. um yeah, no, he is not moving Camille at all.
Yeah. So, let's see. I think after a little while, Camille does end up falling completely asleep. Um, and kind of he does end up flopping onto Zumi's lap because why not cause him more psychic damage?
Oh
Like, it's
yeah,
a
no.
very slow flop, but it's happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like if it's like a very slow flop over, he's just kind of like glancing down, like, oh, okay, we're here now, I guess. And how asleep is Camille at this point? Is he like out?
Yeah, I'd say at this point he is out.
Okay. As I go over to roll a quick sleight of hand, Zuzumi just kind of like, yeah, Zuzumi kind of like sighs, like, okay, this is his life now. Okay, that's
Okay, you beat his passive, so you're good.
yeah, okay. He kind of just sighs like, okay, well, the kid's asleep. I can't really do much about that. And so he kind of reaches for the remote to like lower the volume so like no like TV sound effects wakes him up. But like that sleight of hand was for he takes off his jacket and he just kind of like drapes it across Camille, kind of like a blanket. He can't get up to get an actual blanket, so this is the next best thing. And he's just like, well, here we go.
How holds them. Honestly, considering how small Camille is, it is pretty much blanket sized.
Oh, goodness.
Like, you can very easily just wrap him up in your jacket. He is that small.
Little baby man.
He's just a little baby man.
And, oof. Um, uh, hmm. How's, Camille's glasses? Are they, like, getting smushed?
Yeah, um, he is kind of like, he did kind of flop face first, so his glasses are a bit smushed, as well as well as his hat.
Oh, goodness. I don't think he's gonna touch the hat, but, like, should I roll another sleight of hand just in case?
uh, you want to risk waking up the kid?
No, I don't. That's the thing.
So yeah, you can keep the 22 for now, cause oh god, the, his
Yeah,
passive perception is 20.
yeah, yeah. No, like very, very carefully, he takes the glasses off of Camille and like folds them, puts it on a table so that puts it on the table so Camille can see it when he wakes up. But yeah, I am going to roll a quick con to see how long it takes for Azumi to fall asleep. Okay, that's not too bad. He's probably awake for like another hour or so.
Yeah, another few episodes of Neo Angel Rangers.
I can't believe I named it that.
Yeah,
I can't
Neo
believe we're
Angel
sticking
Feather
with that.
Rangers. Sorry, I forgot the.
I have no one to blame but myself.
It's fine. The Sentai shows really are just named like that.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah. Yeah. And eventually he does just kind of like drift off to sleep himself. And well, I guess his neck is gonna kill him in the morning, but that's fine.
All according to Kaikaku. uh, let's see. Let me let me roll something of my own. Okay. So I'd say that was a straight D20 from Camille to see if he does wake up at any point during the night. And that was a
Oh.
16. Uh, so he probably does with that. And kind of. How's Azumi doing?
Oh, he is out. Uh, he was I mean, the TV is still on, so he like probably fell asleep like in the middle of an episode. But I'm gonna be real. There is like just well, first off, Camille, you have his jacket over your shoulders, um, and like gently resting over you is his arm. Uh, wonder how that got there, huh? Um,
It's fine. This is a totally normal coworker thing to do. It's not like they're brothers or anything.
absolutely not. Um, uh, uh, but he is absolutely asleep, and you can tell this because, well, very, very, very softly, you can hear him snoring.
Camille is saving that note for later. Okay, wait, that was not. I dropped my d20. Okay,
No!
there, I got it. Um, yeah, so Camille probably also notices his glasses missing, but it's nice, it's quiet. He's not too worried about that. I was about to say something so incriminating.
Oh boy.
um,
Looks in your direction, looks away.
yeah, it's fine. Um, he's fairly certain that Azumi's not gonna get anything from that. So he kind of like gently removes his hat of disguise because that was starting to get a little bit uncomfortable. And Izumi has already seen through it multiple times. So he kind of just gently removes it, sets it down next to the glasses, turns the TV off, and is there any way in which he can like adjust Izumi to not have an awful, terrible crick in the neck the next day?
I hmm I'm trying to think. I'm going to say yes because this is a soft FPS.
Yeah. Let's see. Um, I will. I'll roll sleight of hand too to see how well this goes. Oh God,
Oh no.
you'll never fucking guess what he got.
What did he get?
Nat 20.
Oh goodness.
The dice say that yes, you can have some soft today.
Oh.
The Camille probably very delicately removes himself from Azumi to kind of let the man like get into a more comfortable position. uh and kind of just at least it might not be the most comfortable one because it is still a couch. And he
Yeah.
is still an entire real kind man. But it's definitely better than before. And you know, he stands there for a moment, Zumi's jacket probably still around him, and he's thinking for a moment before he kind of just gives a little shrug, like a smile that says, "Why not?" and climbs back onto the couch. And he flops on the Zoomy again. And he probably drifts off pretty quickly after that.
I hold them so soft.
I know. Oh, these detectives, man. And
They're yeah.
the funniest thing is, despite all this, they're still gonna be in denial. Cause no, this was just a complete accident. You're not really your brothers. It's just a con.
It really is just a con. No brothers here. Just two detectives being coworkers.
Exactly. Uh, should we should we
Yeah,
call it there?
I think this is a good place to wrap up.
Just man, they deserve a break. They got a break. They got soft.
They got yeah, just some chill time.
And finally, a normal interest that isn't something to do with murders or mysteries or murder mysteries.
Or any combination thereof. Um,
uh, but yeah. So, thank you for joining me today, Avi. Uh,
oh, I adored this. This was amazing.
it was so very good. They they needed the soft. They,
Uh, and
yeah.
we thank our listeners both now and in the future who are listening to the recording.
I hope that you listeners enjoyed the soft just as much as we did, cause man,
Yeah.
I'm holding them, and
Uh,
but yeah, we will be seeing you later. Bye.
bye.